standing for our head judge and guest of honour, Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Dara Tunku Tan Srinakia Binti Tuanku Jafar, and her assisting judges, Mr. Hamish Farquharson and Mr. Aidan Disney. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Primary School Prose Reading Competition 2023. We are honoured to have Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Dara Tunku Tan Srinakia Binti Tuanku Jafar presiding as head judge over our competition for the third year. As a founding trustee of College Tuanku Jafar, chair of the Finance and Planning Committee and chair of the External Relations Committee and member of the Board of Trustees, it is always such an immense pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you. Tunku Dara Tunku Tan Srinakia is president of the KL Speakers Club and also chairs the English Speaking Union of Malaysia. We are privileged to have you come and share your wealth of knowledge and experience with our young students today. Thank you. Hamish Farquharson is one of our assistant heads of secondary. Mr. Farquharson has been teaching history for over 18 years. He was the secretary of the Senior Debating Society, Ampleworth College, and an active member of the Durham Union Society. Aidan Disney is an upper sixth student and is one of our head prefects, and has won numerous district and state public speaking awards and storytelling competitions. He's a keen drama enthusiast, taking part in a variety of school productions, and was a medal-winning participant at the Regional Forensics Tournament hosted in ISKL. A huge congratulations must go to Aidan as well, as he's recently been accepted to Cambridge to read geography. Congratulations, thank you. Can we all welcome our judges again? Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to tell you a bit about the competition format and we will get started. So, there will be a total of 12 readers today. There will be 6 readers from lower key stage 2 and then 6 readers from upper key stage 2. There will be 3 prizes that will be awarded today. There will be a runner-up in each key stage, followed by an overall winner of the competition. Once the first 6 lower key stage readers have read, there will be a short break while the judges deliberate their scores. During this time, we'll be entertained by a video of the Year 1 prose reading, and also some music on the harp from Chiyu, and a runner-up reading by Tarini. Once the judges are ready, we'll then go on to the second part of the competition, which will be the upper key stage 2 readers. And once they have read, the judges will again get time to deliberate, while the audience listens to some Year 2 prose reading, some music on the violin by Yunha, and a runner-up reader by Tek Kun. Once the judges have decided, we will announce the winners. Okay, let's go on with the competition. Thank you very much, everybody. Akil, Year 3, please.
The magic finger by Roald Dahl. The magic finger is something I've been able to do all my life. I can't just tell you how I do it, because I don't even know myself. But it always happens when I get cross, when I see red. Then the tip of my forefinger hand begins to tingle most terribly, and suddenly a sort of flash comes out of me like something electric and touches the person who has made me cross. And after that, the magic finger is upon him or her. Well, the magic finger is upon the whole of the Grant family, and there was no shaking it off. Again, I ran home and waited for things to happen. They happened fast. I shall now tell you what those things were. I got the whole of the story from Phil and William.
Ori, you ready?
The World's Worst Children by David Walliams, Nigel Knitboy. Nigel had his superpower. He had his name. His costume was on. He was Nip Boy. At once he began his supervillainy. The next morning he strode into school, his cape flapping in the wind. First, Nigel vowed to get revenge on his geography teacher, Mr. Drumham. Nigel found geography boring and spent most of his lessons reading comic books. Mr. Drumham had given the boy detention after detention. Now, Nip Boy stood at the door to the classroom. Initially, there were hoots of laughter from the other children. What with his costume and shrubland of hair, the would-be supervillain did look quite a sight. Ha ha ha! However, the laughter turned into a silent awe as Nip Boy called out his first command. Nits, swarm! The billions of nits that were whirling around his head formed a black mass next to him. Nigel, what on earth do you think you are doing? Demanded Mr. Drumham. Nits, attack! Shouted the boy. They swarmed the geography teacher, nipping him all over with their tiny claws. Ah! Screamed Mr. Drumham as he raced out of the classroom. Nip Boy smiled to himself. This was going to be fun.
Zaria, Year 3.
George's Marvelous Medicine by Roald Dahl. Here we go, George cried out. Swallow it down! He pushed the spoon well into her mouth and tipped the mixture down her throat. Then he stepped back to watch the result. It was worth watching. Grandma yelled, "Awee!" and her whole body shot a whoosh into the air. It was exactly as though someone had pushed an electric wire to the underneath of her chair and switched on her current. Up she went, like a jack in the box, and didn't come down. She stayed there, suspended in midair, about 2 feet up, still in a sitting position, but rigid now, frozen, quivering, the eyes bulging. They're standing straight on end. Is something wrong, Grandma? George asked her politely. Are you all right? Suspended up there in space, the old girl was beyond speaking. The shock that George's marvelous mixture had given her must have been tremendous. You'd have thought she'd swallowed a red-hot poker the way she took off from that chair. Then down she came again with a plop back into her seat. Call the fire brigade! She shouted suddenly. My stomach's on fire! It's just some medicine, Grandma, George said. It's good, strong stuff. Fire! The old woman yelled. Fire in the basement! Get a bucket! Mandy hoses! Do something quick!
Charlie, Year 4.
The Diary of the Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul by Jeff Kinney. The way I see it, if you want the whole family to get along, everyone needs their own space. And with one of those souped up RVs, we can spend weeks on the road without even bumping into one another. But Mom said RVs are too expensive and they get terrible petrol mileage. So that put an end to that idea. Roderick said maybe we could get one of those trailers you tow behind the car, which sounded smart to me. But it was pretty clear that Roderick was imagining the trailer as a sort of mini apartment for himself, so that wasn't going to fly either. Then Dad chimed in with his own idea. He said we could solve the whole space issue by just putting the stuff that didn't fit in the van into the boat, which we could tow behind us. I think Mom realized there wasn't really another option, so she caved in. drive away was easier said than done.
Okay, Renee, year 4.
George's Marvelous Medicine by Roald Dahl. Grandma sat hunched in a chair by the window. The wicked little eyes followed George closely as he walked across the room towards her. "You're late!" she snapped. "I don't think I am, Grandma." "Don't interrupt me in the middle of my sentence," she shouted. "But you'd finish your sentence, Grandma." "There you are again. Always interrupting and arguing. You really are a tiresome little boy. What's the time?" "It's exactly 11 o'clock, Grandma." "You're lying as usual. Stop talking so much and give me my medicine." Shake the bottle first. Then pour it into the spoon and make sure it's a whole spoonful. As George removed the cork, he couldn't help. He began very slowly to pour the thick brown stuff into the spoon. He couldn't help to think back upon all the mad and marvelous stuff that had gone into the making of this crazy stuff. The shaving soap, the hair remover, the dandruff cure, the flea powder for dogs, the shoe polish, the black pepper, the horseradish sauce, and all the rest of them, not to mention the powerful animal pills and the powders and liquids and the brown paint.
Sienna, year 4.
Gangster Granny Strikes Again by David Walliams. Now that the alarm had been raised, the Tower of London was swarming with beef eaters. The old soldiers, armed with their poles, are calling out into the night to each other, "Halt! Who goes there?" "The entrance to the sewers must be somewhere near here," hissed Ben. "But where?" replied the Queen, sounding in a fright. Ben looked down at her feet. She was standing right on top of a drain cover. "You're a genius!" he exclaimed. "Is one? Look down! Oh, so one is." The pair sank to their knees and began prising the weighty metal disc up with their fingertips. Just as they heard police sirens and the screech of car tires. "Woo, woo, woo, woo! Screech!" Ben sputtered. "After you, Mom." The Queen looked down into the dirty, dark hole. No, after you." The boy leaped down, then offered up a helping hand to the Queen. Together they slid the train cover back into place, just as they heard someone running over it. Clomp, clomp, clomp. Now they were in the old sewage pipe that led up from the Tower of London into the River Thames. "I hope you can swim, Your Majesty," said Ben, his voice echoing through the stone pipe. "It's been a while since one was awarded one's 50-meter badge, but one will give it one's best shot. There were all sorts of nasties down there. Slime, grot, muck, goo, gunk, glop, rat, sludge, and worst of all, 1,000-year-old poo."
Okay, we're going to take a short break while the judges deliberate. So, Mr. Pendred, if you wouldn't mind playing our Year 1 prose reading. Okay, I'd now like to invite Chuyi up to play some lovely music on the harp for us while we wait for our judges. Okay, I'd like to invite one of our runner-up readers, Tarini, to come and read a piece for us. Thank you.
Directed by Michael Rosen and Nicola Bryan. That night, Dreadcat sat with his back to the fire and sorted out bits of cheese for every mouse in the house. He laid bits of cheese all out, sat behind them and waited for the mice. One by one, the mouse came out from the hidey holes and tiny homes. They crept out towards the bits of cheese, grabbed a bit, and whooshed back home. And all the while, Dreadcat smiled and purred at each one of them. In reply, each mouse said, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dreadcat." The war between cat and mouse was over. It was the end of the war.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next stage of our competition after a missing tooth. Can we invite Olivia, Year 5? So this is Upper Key Stage 2 section now, and Olivia, Year 5.
The Beast of Buckingham Palace by David Williams. "The sword, son, the sword," said the king. "Help me slay the beast." The ancient sword was in the hands of one of the guards who was now running away, as he dropped it on the ballroom floor and rushed to open the door. Clang! Alfred raced over and seized it. Then he helped his father to his feet and passed him the sword. The king bravely stood right in front of the monster. It must have been at least 3 or 4 times the size of him. The king lifted the sword above his head heroically. "I do this for Britain!" he shouted. But before he could strike, the griffin breathed a deadly blast of fire on him. Whoomph! It turned him to ash in a heartbeat. Crumble. All that was left of the king was a pile of black dust. "No!" cried Alfred. The ancient sword fell to the floor. Clank! The blade broke clean in two. Alfred snatched up the pieces and carried them off. The griffin began to beat its mighty wings and began flying towards the boy, backing him into a corner. King Alfred, as he now was with his father gone, was prepared to meet his destiny.
Runlang, Year 5.
Into the Wild by Aaron Hunter. A half moon glowed on smooth granite boulders, turning them silver. The silence was broken only by the ripple of water from the swift black river and the whisper of trees in the forest beyond. There was a stirring in the shadows, and from all around, lithe, dark shapes crept stealthily over the rocks. Unsheathed claws glinted in the moonlight. Watery eyes flashed like amber. And then, as if on a silent signal, the creatures leaped at each other, and suddenly the rocks were alive with wrestling, screeching cats. At the center of the frenzy of fur and claws, a massive dark tabby pinned a bracken-colored Tom to the ground and dropped his head triumphantly. "Oh, hard!" the tabby growled. "How dare you hunt in our territory? The Sunny Rocks belong to the Thunder Clan. After tonight, Tiger Claw, this will be just another River Clan hunting ground," the bracken-colored Tom snapped back. A warning yell came from the shore, shrill and anxious. "Look out! More River Clan warriors are coming!" Tiger Claw turned to see sleek, wet bodies sliding out of the water below the rocks. The French River Clan warriors bounded silently up the shore and hurled themselves into battle without even stopping to shake the water from their fur.
Yunha Year 5.
Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. Peter held what was left of the fox high above his head and called his name again. Pax! And from above the mill, an answering bark. Hope rose in his throat, but no, he must have just wished for that bark. He scanned the rich line anyway. A flash of red, a white-tipped brush. A fox appeared in an open spot and rose on his back legs. On his back legs and looked straight at him. Peter pressed the fox leg into his father's hand. Bury this. Then he grabbed his other crutch and turned for the hill. Wait, Peter, you have to understand. It's my duty. Peter pointed to the fox on the ridge. He thumped his chest so hard it hurts. That's mine. His father shouted to him about wires. He shouted at him to stop. Peter saw the wires. He pulled over them, but he did not stop because there was only his fox waiting on the spine of the hill and the distance between them. Over and over, he climbed his crutches and swung through, closing that distance. When he was almost there, his shirt dried from the wind and then soaked again in sweat. He stopped and called. Pax tossed his head and then bounded away through the trees. On four legs, Peter was sure of it. Pax wasn't harmed.
Anagya Year 6, please.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. What? Said Ron, loudly, looking around into the pitch dark and gripping Harry's elbow very hard. There's something moving over there, Harry breathed. Listen, sounds like something big. They listened. Some distance to their right, there's something big was snapping branches as it carved a path through the trees. Oh no, said Ron. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Shut up, said Harry, frantically. It's hey! Hey, me, said Ron in an unnaturally high voice. It's already a bang! The darkness seemed to be pressing on their eyeballs as they stood, terrified, waiting. There was a strange rumbling noise, and then silence. What do you think it's doing? Said Harry. Probably getting ready to pounce, said Ron. They waited, shivering, hardly daring to move. Do you think it's gone? Harry whispered. Don't know. Then, to their right, came a sudden blaze of light, so bright in the darkness that both of them flung up dance to shield their eyes. Finding out and tried to run, but got lost in a tangle of thorns and knocked even louder. Harry! Ron shouted, his voice breaking with relief. Harry's a car! What? Come on!
Inako Year 6.
James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. We shall make a fortune today, Aunt Spiker was saying. Just look at all those people. I wonder what became of that horrid little boy of ours last night, Aunt Sponge said. He never did come back in, did he? He probably fell down in the dock and broke his leg, Aunt Spiker said. Or his neck, maybe, Aunt Spiker said hopefully. Just
just wait till I get my hands on him, Aunt Spiker said. He'll never want to stay out all night again by the time I finish with him. Good gracious me! What's that awful noise? Both women swung around to look. The noise, of course, had been caused by the giant peach crashing through the fence that surrounded it. And now, gathering speed every second, it came rolling across the garden towards the place where Aunt Spiker and Aunt Spiker were standing. They gasped, they screamed, they started to run, they panicked. They both got in each other's way. They began pushing and jostling, and each one of them was thinking only about saving herself. Aunt Sponge, the fat one, tripped over a box that she brought along to keep the money in and fell flat on her face. Aunt Spiker immediately tripped over Aunt Sponge and came down on top of her. They both lay on the ground, fighting and clawing, yelling and struggling frantically to get up again. But before they could do this, the mighty peach was upon them. There was a crunch, and then there was silence.
Krishan, Year 6.
The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Graham. There was nothing to alarm him at first entry. Twigs crackled under his feet and startled him for the moment. But that was all fun and exciting. He went on, penetrating to where the light was less, and trees crouched nearer and nearer, and holes made ugly mouths at him from either side. Everything was still now. He quickened his pace. The dusk advanced on him rapidly, and the light seemed to be draining away like floodwater. Then the faces began. It was over his shoulder that he first thought he saw a face, a little evil, wedge-shaped face, looking out at him from a hole. When he turned and confronted it, the thing had vanished. He quickened his pace, telling himself cheerfully not to begin imagining things. He passed another hole, and another, and another, and yes, no, yes, certainly a little narrow face with hard eyes had flashed up from an instant from a hole and was gone. He hesitated. Then suddenly, every hole far near, and there were hundreds of them, seemed to possess a face full of hatred, all hard-eyed and evil and sharp. If he could only get away from the holes, he thought, there would be no more faces. He swung off path and plunged into the untrodden places of the wood. Then the whistling began.
Okay, and that concludes our competition for today. But while the judges are deliberating the next section, we would like to play the Year 2 prose reading. And now Yunha will play us some beautiful music on the violin. Okay, Tek Kun, Year 6, one of our runner-up readers, before we find out the winners.
The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. No good roasting him now. It'll take all night, said a voice. Bert thought it was William's. Don't start the argument all over again, Bill, he said, or it'll take all night. Who's arguing, said William, who thought it was Bert that had spoken. You are, said Bert. You're a liar, said William. And so the argument began all over again. In the end, they decided to mince them fine. And boil them. So they got the great black pot and took out their knives. No good boiling them, we ain't got no water. And it's a long way to the well and all, said a voice. Bert and William thought it was Tom's. Shut up, they said, or we'll never have done. And you can fetch the water yourself if you say any more. Shut up yourself, said Tom, who thought it was William's voice. Who's arguing with you? I'd like to know. You're a bully, said William. Bully yourself, said Tom. And so the argument began all over again and went on hotter than ever until at last they decided to sit on the sacks one by one and squish them and boil them next time.
We're just going to wait a few more moments while our judges. Okay. I would now like to invite Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Dara Tunku Tantri Nakia Binti Twankachafar to the stage to present our prizes. If we could give her a round of applause, please. Thank you. Close competition, but I'm very pleased to announce the winners this afternoon. So the winner for the lower key stage 2 runner-up is Charlie. Congratulations. Congratulations, Charlie. Okay, the runner-up for upper key stage 2 is Runlang. Congratulations. And the overall winner for the Primary Prose Reading Competition 2023 is Zaria. Everybody, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all our readers. They did a wonderful job here today. Can we give them another big round of applause?
Dr. Glenn Moody, Mr. Chris Davies, to all the parents, the teachers, and the organizers, what a wonderful, entertaining afternoon. I really enjoyed myself listening to the prose delivered with sincerity. It's so nice and so lovely to see the children read their prose with passion and with confidence. I guess they're all winners because they all took the challenge to come on stage to recite their prose with proficiency and with gusto. Congratulations to all of them. I think they all did very, very well. But of course, we need to have at least a champion. So congratulations to our champion who won the overall prose competition. You did very well with your excellent delivery. I'd like to, and I want to remind, and I hope that those who are interested and would enjoy speaking in public, please continue to do so, because your speaking in public does influence others if you are good and if you are worthwhile listening to. So please carry on the good work. Congratulations, you are all excellent, and I really enjoyed every minute of it. I'd like to thank Chris and the teachers and the organizers again for having invited me here this afternoon to be the head judge. I loved every minute of it, and I hope you young students enjoyed it too. Well done.